You were mentioning when we met that you've just recently been to Ireland.
Yep.
And talked to entrepreneurs there. Could you give me some feedback about how you see it, how it is for entrepreneurs in Ireland? Because obviously I did have a business there for 8 years, and I see that it's quite a struggle.
Yeah.
And I was just wondering if you've got any perceptions or feedback that you would want to share, and
I think
for the Irish, and for European entrepreneurs.
Yeah, I think that the typical cliche in Europe is that entrepreneurs will not think big enough because the US market is sort of by definition a big blob. You're addressing a bunch of people in one country speaking the same language and with sort of the same level of technology penetration, broadband, and everything.
Yes.
So you sort of have just a massive market of users you can actually address with one product, more or less.
Yes.
Whereas Europe is much more challenging because by definition, you have geographical boundaries and the languages and everything, and so people tend to sort of focus on the local market and then think about the next market. So for French companies, it's okay. So we'll do France first, and then we'll go to Belgium and the French-speaking portion of Switzerland, and then we'll think about going to Germany maybe, and then UK, or maybe UK first and Germany, as opposed to sort of building something truly global.
Right.
I think that the issue with the Irish entrepreneurs I've met is that there's a bit of that complex towards Silicon Valley and thinking, well, if I'm in Silicon Valley, I don't have the same shot or whatever, which at some point you have to just free yourself from, because if you're a truly interesting, disruptive company like Skype or MySQL or whatever, it actually doesn't matter where you start.
Yes.
The major problem is the funding, where unfortunately in Europe you don't have this very rich sort of tissue of VCs and angels who are there to support you. There's a bunch of really good VC firms and firms that we know and respect, and therefore when they fund something, then we'll actually pay attention. But they're really on sort of it's a handful. And then the issue on the angel side, so the people who will be seeding those companies, there's just not enough people who are willing to do so. That's sort of the issue. There's just not enough dollars or euros available to sort of to fund those companies. And so at the end of the day, what those people have to do is to demonstrate that they can actually almost bootstrap themselves, so risking their life savings, which is obviously very challenging. Or they actually have to build businesses from the get-go. And the good news is that this new sort of consumer web opportunity, where you have new distribution channels like Facebook and the iPhone platform and Android and all that, where you have almost sort of baked-in monetization. You can actually build real businesses on nothing. I mean, in the portfolio, I have a couple of guys who've gone. Like, I have one example of a woman CEO.
Yes.
They got to profitability on $50,000.
Wow.
And they just broke $10 million run rate. They raised $4 million. They have never touched the $4 million, so the $4 million are in the bank. And they can't hire fast enough, and she is absolutely amazingly, like, she's an amazing kick-ass CEO. I have to get you in front of her to do an interview.
Yes.
But it's feasible, right? And if you as an entrepreneur can't raise $50,000 to $100,000 from friends and family or whatever, then there is an issue with your sales job.
Yes,
right?
Exactly.
So I would say the bar of entrepreneurship has dropped so low that it's really sort of, I wouldn't say given, but it's attainable to many people who really try hard.
Exactly.
And as I told the Irish, the only real failure for me is not trying. The rest is just part of the journey.
Great. Thank you so much, Jeff. I really appreciate you participating.
My pleasure. Thank you.